play and brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And Hill running right through it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Hey, let's get it work. Ready? Blue waiting. Sonic! Follow!
On 1st and 10, Winston. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play fake. Winston. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Set. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go now. Come on. Sunday. 550, 550.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Oh, good move. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 14 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jameis to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got room. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, that's Hines. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Lucky 56. Gone!
They run with Hines. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Hines. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Detroit! Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Now it's Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A 1st down throw for Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go now.
Here's Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. The give is to Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And he's got his time. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll drop to throw. Shakes off the sack. Buying time, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Right back to him with a first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Second down, Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him a gain of 38. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
11 more on that one and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Green, triple C. Ready. Blue ready. Watch twist. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Hey, pick your...
To throw is Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space Not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Sonic. Where's that up?
3rd and goal. Winston. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch 2. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one.
If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Ready. Blue ready.
Winston here to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. Well, this may be a free play for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Fights off the defender. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt.